Hey guys, and welcome to the Beasts of War DreadBall Academy.
Hello!
Yeah! Get your game on, guys, because this is going to be fun. So, the DreadBall Academy is the introduction for you guys at home into all things DreadBall. It's a series that we're going to be running over the next weeks, months, where we introduce first the basics of DreadBall, which you're going to pick up the vast majority of them in this video, and then each video from then on is going to be adding more and more layers, so if you watch them over, you'll get to grips with it all and become a mega DreadBall player.
Absolutely.
So what is DreadBall? DreadBall is a futuristic sports game of beating the crap out of your opponent and scoring amazing goals and basically just wandering around the board in front of your opponent going, I am a god.
If you're Warren. These are things that may as well be written into the rulebook.
They may as well, because I'm just adoring this. We've been playing this today. I have been thrashing my opponents with my amazing skills and who dares wins attitude.
I've mainly been sitting in a corner rocking quietly and going, why all the sixes? Why all the sixes?
So, let's introduce you to the game. What we're going to be playing is basically what you get in the DreadBall KickOff box set. It's the entry box set to the game of DreadBall. So if you just want the basics, that's the one to go for, okay? And anything we do here is just basically from that box
I think
set.
You'll see that even though it's just the basic rules, there's still a really complex, deep game here.
Yeah.
Without adding on any bells and whistles. So you can play at this level for as long as you want and bring things in as you want to and not feel like you're missing out.
Well, we've been playing at this level today on the run up to this filming, and I've got to say I love it. I can't wait to find out what the other rules are and how they work, but at the moment I'm quite content with what I've seen so far. So the teams. In this box we get two teams. We get the corporation team, who have a fancy kind of DreadBall name, which is
the Trontech 29ers.
The Trontech 29ers. For me, however, I'm going to encourage everybody on the planet to come up with their own cool team names. So I'm going to create my own team, the Rushmore Corporation Ball Breakers, or something along those lines.
Yep.
And I highly challenge you guys to do the same thing. In fact, we're going to have a little giveaway on this video. So if you want to be in with the chance of scoring yourself a copy of DreadBall KickOff, all you have to do is come up with a cool team name and post it in the comments below, either here on YouTube or here on Beasts of War. And if you do both, you get 2 entries. How cool is that?
Amazing.
We'll pick a random winner. The closing date will be in the show notes.
Read the small print.
Yeah, in the show notes. So these are the Rushmore Corporation Ball Breakers. My team are human-based, and I have 3 styles of player. I have guards, which are the big, heavy brute guys. Bring a picture of those guys up. I have jacks, which are kind of my all-rounders, or jack of all trades. Jacks.
See?
And then finally, I have my strikers. So let me give you an idea of what they do. My guards can't actually hold or carry the ball or throw the ball. All they can really do is beat the crap out of my opponent's players. And they're very, very good at that.
They do it very well. Worryingly well.
My strikers, however, can grab the ball, run with the ball, and score with the ball. And they're very good at doing that as well. And the jacks, well, they're somewhere in the middle. They can do a bit of both. They can do all those things. They just don't do any of it as well as the specialists would do it.
Yeah.
So, you're running Marauders.
I certainly am. So this team, if you get it out the box and paint it in the colours given, you know, if you want to be boring, that's the Green Moon Smackers. But for those of us that are, you know, more heroic and adventurous, you can call it whatever you like.
The Bad Get 69ers.
I think we already have 2 teams right here with a story behind them.
I think so.
None of us want to hear the story.
So whenever we say it for the competition about a cool team name, it can be for any of them, because although we're on in this first episode of the Academy, we're looking at the Corporation versus Marauders, there's also Veermen and Forge Fathers and a whole bunch more to come. There's loads and loads of different
Very
races
soon,
and
coming
things.
out very soon. So the main difference between the Marauder team and the Corporation team is that the Marauders don't believe in all this namby-pamby, being good with the ball nonsense. So they don't have strikers. What they have instead is really, really ultra-hefty guards. Orc guards are brutal and horrendous. They will rip your head off, and I'm going to stop there because that's all I need to say. They're pretty horrific. I've then got my goblins, who are fairly quick, fairly nippy. They're fairly average. They're my jacks. So I've got the brutal end of the scale.
So you have no strikers at all. So
no strikers.
So it's all heavily tipped in the one direction.
So not quite so much fancy players you guys have got, but if I can really grind you down, that's where I win.
The other stuff you've got is you've got blue dice in the box, and they're your coaching dice. And at the start of this game, we get one each. And basically that coaching dice is kind of like a wild card dice. So whenever you really want to be sure of trying to get a move off, you can add that to your pool to try and make sure that you get it. And that's your coach going, come on, get it in there. There's also tokens. So these tokens here, we're just using the little fancy plastic ones that you can get. We'll just show you here. Ooh, look at that there, fancy plastic tokens. These ones say visitor on them because I am in the red. I have selected to be the visitors, and his are clear or white, and he's the home player. And they represent the actions that you can spend. And in these initial simple rules, you get 5 actions to spend. You get a ball, which is a wee toty little ball there. And then there's tokens for these on this side are the number of game turns.
Or rushes, as the rule calls
them. Or rushes. And then on this side is the scoreboard. And the scoreboard is quite funky in how it works, in that the scoreboard kind of goes back and forth and back and forth. So you don't just keep accumulating points. As I score, I accumulate points. As he scores, it deducts from my points and goes into his scale.
It's like a tug of war, but with more violence. And if you ever reach 7 points, it's an automatic landslide victory.
That's what we go for.
Which is meant to be quite a rare thing, but apparently twice in one day. So
that's what Beasts of War people do.
That's how you play.
That's how we're gonna play, guys. We're gonna storm this DreadBall thing. On my side, I have my reserves bench, or what do you call it, subs bench?
Subs bench, yes.
Subs bench. And then I have this 3-2-1, and that's basically if somebody gets injured, he could end up in one of these squares or areas, and there he's for 3 turns before he can get back in the game. There he'd be 2 turns, and he gradually moves his way before he gets back into the subs, comes on and scores an amazing goal.
Yeah.
So we've selected who's going to be home and who's going to be away. Normally you could do that just using a dice roll. In this instance, I just like the red tokens. So that means that you go first. So let's take them through a game and show them just how cool this is. So in your standard team, you have 8 guys.
That's the team as you buy it in the box. When you start playing the games, you get 8 players. When you get to the advanced rules, you can play around with the team setup, but this is so easy. When you first start playing, you just get them straight out of the box, and that is your team.
But this is where the collectability of this comes in, because you know, we're all collectors, right? So I get 8 guys in the box, but there's alternative sculpts on the way. I could have a squad of maybe up to 16 guys.
It's 14 guys.
14 guys. But my collection could contain more than that.
Absolutely.
Because there's rules later on where I could have MVPs, or most valuable players, where I bid on those guys to try and get them into my game. So I could get those guys painted up in my team colours.
You've got your keepers, so you can upgrade your guards to be even heavier and have the ability to throw the ball around. We're doing injured player markers, so you can paint them up in your team colours. And of course, you've got free agents, which is a thing that comes in league play, where, for example, if you're particularly outmatched, so my little rookie team is going up against your ultimate warriors of death. I might get maybe a human jack to help me out, or an orc guard.
So I could get some of the orc guys and paint them up in my team colours as well.
Absolutely.
I like the sound of that.
Absolutely.
So that's where the collectability end comes from. You can also get cool boards and stuff like that. You can get sort of like perspex boards and things with you. You can even
acrylic pitch, an MDF pitch. I think there's a laser cut sheet metal pitch as well, which is
really
doubles up as a zombie defense weapon. It's important. Yeah.
So there we have it. You know, from a point of view of a game that you can get your teeth into, you can buy the box. You and the family can sit and enjoy this all you want. If it's something that you enjoy and you want to continue collecting, there's loads of options there. You can really take that team name that you're going to put below to win that prize, and you can just bring it to life. All we need is some kind of online generator, online American football logo generator.
Yeah.
We can upload some sci-fi stuff into that and do our team names as logos. How cool would that be?
It must happen.
If you know of one, get that in the comments below. We'll give you even an extra entry if you can find one for them. So, right, James.
Right then.
Kick off.
Let's do it.
What do we do?
Well, I've got a team of 8 players, but I can only have 6 in the arena at any time. That's important, okay? Having any more than that would be a foul.
Yeah.
And we're not fouling today. Fouling's a fairly advanced set of rules. So we're going to stick to the basic game, 6 players. Now, a lot of the time, you might want to get all your big guys forward, keep a couple of goblins back. I like to keep one of these guys in reserve. So I'm going to put 6 players, which is going to be 2 orcs and 4 goblins. I'm going to set them up anywhere behind this yellow line here. And I'm going to try to set them up in a way that I can win for once. It's probably worth, actually, before we go into the setup, explaining the arena, because it's quite a bizarre looking thing if you've never seen it before.
It is.
Within the arena, you have got at each end these large, brightly coloured zones. They're called the strike zones. That is where you are trying to score with that ball. So in the world of the game, you can imagine like a basketball hoop type target, holographic, hanging in midair.
In the
end, the bright red and bright white ones at the ends there.
Yeah.
Once a player sets foot into one of these coloured areas, that target lights up and they can shoot to try to get a strike.
Yeah.
If they try shooting from outside, there'll be no point. There's no point doing it. Players will not bother. So in the game, you have to be inside this area in order to score points.
You have to be in the strike zone in order to score.
Absolutely.
Right.
Now, if you're in one of these areas, the 2 that are closest to the enemy half, you get 1 point for a strike.
Okay.
Fairly straightforward. If you're in the bonus hex, which is the darker one here,
okay,
you get a bonus extra 1 point. So that's 1 point plus 1 point, 2 points are standing there.
1 pointers, 2 pointers.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Further back, that's where the big points come in, don't they, Warren? We know this. 3 points or 4 points if you're in the bonus hex.
So a 3-pointer and a 4-pointer.
Absolutely. So a 3-pointer plus a 4-pointer.
You win the game.
Win the game. Instant win.
It's not as easy as you think, though. So.
This middle area here is where the ball is fired out at the start of the game, a bit like table football.
Speedball, guys. It's
Very
a bit like speedball. The ball just goes pew and pings and
occasionally hits your players in the head
around the board. Yeah.
So you have to keep that area clear at the start of the game. What will happen, though, is as the game progresses, when someone scores, you don't stop. You just carry on going. So when, say, Warren inevitably scores his first strike against me, next turn, I will start by firing the ball in and immediately playing. There's no reset. There's none of that. So if you're...
It's just continuous carnage. Yeah.
So if you're careful and very clever, you can hang your players around this part here, because that's where the ball's going to turn up.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to set up my guys in order to achieve victory. Now, I've seen the kind of tactics that Warren's using, but I'm setting up first, so I can't counter them right now. So I'm just going to go for this. I'm going to try to go for an all-out offense type thing with my goblins and orcs fairly evenly spaced to stop him from getting through, hopefully.
Ooh.
So I'm done. I'm set.
Right, my go. Okay, so as James says, I can only pick 6 of my 8 guys. I'm thinking along similar lines to James. You know, I want to keep 2 specialists out of the game. The reason for that, I keep 1 of each, basically. I keep 1 of the guards out and 1 of the strikers.
That's a jack, though.
Oh. 1 of the guards
Feel free to carry on.
and 1 of the strikers. The reason I'm doing that is because I have a concern that if I put all my really good specialists in the game early on, they're going to end up either injured or worse, dead. And I like to have them there just so as I know I have a specialist whenever I might need him later on in the game. Because in the longer this game goes on, the better it is for those guys, because they're just going to continue beating and hammering at me, and I'm going to lose a game of attrition.
And I can't kill your strikers if they're in your subs bench.
Yeah,
There's
so
a big wall in the way.
Striker in the sub bench and a guard in the sub bench. So that leaves me with, what do I do? Right. I'm going to play a formation. It's called the ball breaker formation. And it goes a bit like this. I'm putting my 3 jacks on these 3 squares to act as a defensive back line. Basically, I'm just trying to stop him doing his big scores, if I can. So I want to try and make it as difficult for him to get those big numbers, because it's those big numbers, if he gets them with those goblins, which would be hard for him anyway, but if he did get them, that would be really bad for me, because between that and being beaten up, it wouldn't leave me very much space for doing anything else. And then the crux of the ball breaker formation.
It's not failed you yet.
I'm going to castle up my 2 strikers together. And I'm going to defend them straight off the bat with a guard.
Sensible thinking.
That is my formation. So let's see how it fares. So I believe home advantage, you get to go first.
I get to go first, yes indeed. So in my turn, I've got 5 of these action counters, but 6 players. So someone's not going to do something. Each one of these actions lets one player do a thing, whether that be running, picking the ball, hitting a guy, whatever it might be. I can play up to 2 actions on any one of my players in my turn. So for example, one of my guards could run forward, hit one of your guys, then hit another one of your guys.
Yeah.
2 actions. No more than 2 though per player. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
In my turn, I'm going to start off by launching the ball.
Yeah, if you want to try and follow along, we have a download for you guys. It'll be linked in the show notes, so head on over to beast4.com to this video in the site and you'll see it in the show notes. And it's got the rush sequences, dice tests, all the stats for the players, and basically all the different actions. And that is all you need for the basic game.
Yeah.
In this video, you're set.
It's explained better in the main rule book, but this is all you need. This is all you really need.
Yeah, if you've got that and you've got this video, you'll get a very quick introduction to this game, believe me. So,
right then. So, first of all, the ball fires in from the side. So what I'm going to do is roll a dice to see how many hexes it fires in. So 5, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along the little green DB logos.
So on the DB logos, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And it always comes in from your left. So my one's launching that way, your balls are launching that way.
Okay.
And it's landed perfectly in front of your little castle formation.
Ding, ding, ding.
Right, well, no time at the present to start breaking some heads.
Yes.
So my first action is going to be spent by this orc here, who is going to take a slam action. Now, a slam action is generally hitting someone in some kind of painful way, punching you, kicking you, picking you up, whatever it might be. Because he's a guard, he gets to make a run action, which is a 5-hex move, as part of that. So he's going to come over here and peel off your guard. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and thwack you one.
Right into the side of my guard.
Absolutely. Now,
so does that make a difference to the fact that he's going in from the side?
It does indeed. Well, I'm hitting you from technically behind. If you look at your facings, you've got 3 in the front, 3 in the back. Hitting you from behind means your guard can't hit me back.
Ow. Yeah. Right, okay.
So he has to take a dodge action. So the way a dice test works in the game, it's really simple. You get 3 dice.
You always start basically with 3 dice.
Yep. And you're trying to roll the same or higher than your characteristic. So in this case, with a slam, it's a strength test, and Orc has got a strength of 3+, so I need 3s or higher.
Okay. Whereas my guy has a strength of 4+, so any tests I do, and it's all my humans have a strength of 4+,
really,
so pretty much I'm always testing on 4s. So.
Yeah. As well as that, you get bonus dice, or positive, negative modifiers. So a guard doing a slam action, it's a thing he's good at, and guards are trained to hit people. A bonus dice there.
So he gets a bonus just for being a guard.
Absolutely. And for running in, bit of momentum behind him, he gets 1 more bonus. So I've got 5 dice needing 3s or higher.
Right. I start with 3.
You do indeed.
However, you're coming at me from behind, so I lose 1.
You don't lose 1,
No?
but you can't make a slam back action. All you can do is a dodge action.
Okay.
So you don't get your +1 for being a guard, because guards aren't very good at dodging. They're mainly good at hitting people.
Okay.
So you're just using 3 dice, unfortunately.
Right. Okay. Let's see how we get on.
Now, before we roll these, it's very important rule, which you've used to great effect.
Exploding 6s.
Absolutely. Any 6s you roll, you immediately roll another dice into the test.
Excellent.
And that can carry on for a long time. Well... Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right. This is how it's going to be.
So I've rolled 2 6s, so I get to roll another 2. Oh, I've rolled another 6, so I get to roll another one. That's a 3. That doesn't count. And a 4. So I've got 4.
Okay. Well, despite your breaking the laws of physics, I've also rolled 4.
Yes.
Which means at that point, all that happens is your guard turns around, faces me, and looks mildly disgruntled.
Yeah.
So that's 1 action spent.
Okay.
To questionable effect. Second action, this goblin here.
Yep.
No, this goblin here. This goblin here is going to move up, 1, 2, 3, with a run action, and just stand nonchalantly in front of your strikers, in your way. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were there.
All right, okay.
Third action, this guard's going to run over and try to hit this striker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I've got my 3 dice.
Yep.
1 for being a guard.
Yep.
1 for running in.
Yep.
You're a striker. Now, you're making a dodge test, yeah?
Yep.
Strikers are good at dodging, so you get 3, 1 bonus dice. But, oh wait, you lose 1 because my goblin's standing there distracting you.
Yes, so I'm down to 3.
And if that guard had been facing the right way, he would have made me lose a dice. I've got him out the way. So, bit of sneaky 1-2 play there, you see.
Okay.
It's going to mean nothing. I'm still.
I could do with some exploding 6s here.
You could. I've got 1.
And I've got nothing.
Oh, okay. So that's 3 successes so far. That's a 4th success. 4 successes against nothing whatsoever.
Right. Now this is where it gets interesting.
It is indeed. So keep up. This it sounds complicated. It's really, really not. First of all, I push your striker back away from me.
Yep.
And because I've doubled his score, because anything's doubling 0
is doubling it. He falls down.
He falls over.
Yeah.
Now my orc has the option of following him up
Yep.
into the space he's just been in. So yeah, he will do that. So you can hassle your other striker.
Yep.
At that point, you've got to make an armor check. Currently, the difference in our scores was 4. So you're being sent off for 4 turns. You've got 4 turns worth of an injury.
And anything over 3 means you die.
Absolutely. So you could have just had your head punted into the crowd.
So I get 3 for an
your
armor
armor
check.
Yeah, now striker armor is
he's
light.
got low armor, so I need 5s for
indeed.
this one.
Each one of those will reduce one of the hits he's taken.
Yeah. So any 5+ reduces it. I need to score 1 to keep him in the game.
Yeah.
Anything above that is a bonus, really.
And again, the 6s explode, so you could get lucky here.
Oh!
On the floor, you got to roll it again. It's the rules.
It was a 6. Right, so I scored a 1.
So 4 minus 1, he's out for
3.
3.
So I
He's
move
been
him.
teleported to the medical arena where he's now horrifically hurt.
Brilliant. Right.
Okay. Not a bad action.
That's been a good start.
That's been a very good start. The ball is locked off from you. One striker is horrifically wounded. Now, when you pick up the ball, if you fail the attempt, the turn immediately ends and it passes back over to the other player. So I don't want to do anything too risky. So what I will do is spend my next action hitting this guard.
Yes.
With this orc here. So, or do I? No, he's going to hit you with this orc here, the one that's in front of him, okay?
Okay, yeah.
So I've got my 4 dice, so 3 plus 1 for being a guard. And you will have your 3 for the basic pool, 1 for being a guard.
Yep.
But you lose 1 because there's an orc behind you as well.
Yep.
So I'm hoping for a bit of an injury here. Just put you out for 1 or 2 turns. We're rolling like that. Unlikely. Ah!
Just the 1.
So I've doubled you. So I'm going to push you back to there. And you're off for 1 turn currently. So you've got an armor check.
Yeah, I've made that.
And being a guard, you would have got 1 bonus dice there as well. So you're more than happy.
Okay, so
my last action,
that means he just lies there,
yeah,
but
he
I have
just
to spend
stays there.
an action to get him up.
I will actually follow him up to there. So we're just cordoning the area from the ball.
Yep.
Here's the part that I hope will go all right. This goblin's going to try to pick up the ball. So he's going to make a run action, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if your run action ends on the ball, you get to make a pickup check.
Yeah.
Which is a speed-based test. So for goblins, that's not a speed-based, a skill-based test. Sorry, for goblins, that's a 4+. 3 dice, because I'm a jack, nothing special. I just need 1 success.
He doesn't lose any because he's moved or anything?
No, if he'd sprinted, a sprint is a big, quick movement action. We'll come to those when they happen. He would get a -1, but just for moving, nothing at all. Now, if I get 1 success, he picks it up. If I get 2,
he gets another
I
action.
get a free action. It can be a run or a throw, which could be really handy at this point. Instead, I've rolled nothing, and after that amazing bit of tactical work there, I've flung the ball into nowhere.
Right.
So now we're going to scatter the ball. So if we say number 1 is directly towards you, I roll a dice to see.
This is the beauty of the hexes, because the dice 6 squares around it, so you can work it out.
So 1, 2, 3, it's going directly backwards. Well, that's good. At least it's going away from you. 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's rolled deep into my half. And that is my turn over. So I gather up these and move that along to number 2.
Now, my turn. Now, as we can see, this big column of horribleness is effectively locked a lot of my guys out of the game. So, what does one do? Right. First things first, I'm going to spend an action. And I'm going to bring on one of my reserves from the subs bench.
Yep.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And now that's a sprint action right there.
Yes.
So a sprint is an action where you double your movement, but you have to move in a straight line. Every turn you make costs you 1 point of your movement.
Yep.
So as he's gone in a straight line, he's used the full 10, powered forward, and is getting dangerously close to that ball.
So, that's him in as a sprint. This guy here, if he tries to get out of this, he's going to have to take a test, isn't he?
He is indeed, yeah. Every model has got what we call a threat zone. It's the 3 hexes in their front arc. If an enemy model tries to move out of one of those hexes, there's a chance he'll fall over.
Yeah. Well, there's no point in him standing there, so I'm going to pay an action. I'll pick up my other one that I've dropped. I'm going to pay an action to try and get him out of that. So, I'm going to try and take him round in an arc.
Yep.
Okay. Can he sprint out of there?
He can indeed, but because he's facing the wrong way, it'll be 1, 2, 3 points of movement to turn him around. Now those points he doesn't have to make any dodge tests for because he's not moving out the hex.
Yeah.
But it's going to cost a fair bit of movement.
I'll probably just do a normal move then. In which case he can pivot for free.
He can indeed.
So he pivots for free.
Yep.
And he's just going one away.
So as he goes there,
he has to take a test.
Yeah, now he's dodging out of the threat hexes of 2 players. One for the goblin, one for the orc.
Yep.
So he's getting 3 dice.
Yep.
+1 for being a striker, -2 for those 2 threat hexes. So 2 dice. He needs 1 success.
I need a 4.
Absolutely.
I got it.
He makes it.
I made it and some.
Yep. Pirouettes aside.
Okay, so he then goes, so that was 1, 2. Can he go into that spot?
Yeah, he's in that one there.
Yeah, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes him to there.
Absolutely. Now, if you wanted to add extra movement to that, you can make what's called a dash, which is an additional action you add to a movement, where you make a very similar test to the one you just made.
Yep.
And each additional space you want to go, you need 1 success, but it's cumulative. So the first one is 1 success, the second one is 2 successes, third one is 3 successes. So the further you push it, the more likely you are to fall over and look like a fool.
Yeah. And can you sprint and pick up the ball?
You can, but you lose 1 dice for doing it. But you're a striker. You're getting 1 bonus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9, 10. You'd have to dash as well.
I'd have to dash as well.
Surely it's worth it for that.
Yes, it is.
DreadBall is the game of going, surely I can do that.
Yes, right. So he's going to sprint and dash and pick up the ball.
In a heroic display. This guy is instant MVP status, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8 for the turn.
9, 10. A dash.
Now he gets a bonus dice because he's a striker.
Yeah, so he gets 4.
1 4+ on any one of those dice.
Yes.
He does it.
He did it. So he's there, and now he's going to try and pick up the ball.
Pick up test. So
it's
it would be 4, but it's down to 3.
It's down to 3 because he moved.
Because he sprinted.
Oh, because he sprinted,
Yeah.
right, okay. Oh!
What a fool!
He fluffed it.
He's done nothing. So the ball's going to scatter.
And it's the end of my turn.
Yes, indeed. So the last thing you do is scatter the ball and move your player down the
so
injury track.
scatter the ball.
So cool.
One's in front of me.
1, 2, 3. This way, between my 2 goblins.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're very kind putting it there.
Yeah.
Very kind of you. So move your injured striker 1 step closer to recovery. And it's my turn. I've got a good feeling about this game, you know.
Yeah, I think it's going
well.
your way.
Right, okay. I don't like him. I do not like his face. He's going to die.
Right.
1 action for a goblin to step up in what you're probably starting to see as a familiar pattern here.
Yep.
I like to think he crouches down behind him so the orc can just shove him over, like in the playground. This guy here, my orc, is going to make a slam action. 1,
This is
2,
where I made a
3,
fatal error.
4, 5. What was your fatal error?
My fatal error is I should have paid an action to stand him back up.
That would have been sensible. Then that would have held me up, you see. If you'd done that, this is about DreadBall. It's a learning experience.
Yep.
It's all about the timing because the action to pick up the ball was risky. It was exciting, so yeah, you wanted to do it, but maybe a more rational thing you would have done was stood him up and then gone for the risky action.
Gone for it.
So my orc is 1 space short, so he's got to make a little dash attempt to get to there. If I fail this, he falls over and looks really silly.
Yep.
So I need 1 dice that is a 4 or higher.
Well, he got it.
That's gone over there. Okay, he's in. He's then going to try to slam you.
Yep.
So 5 dice for me.
Yep. I get 3 as standard.
Yep.
But 1 less
-1,
because his.
but you're dodging, so you get 1 because you're a striker.
And I get 1 back.
So it's just a basic 3 dice for you.
But
Come on. Ah. Only 2 successes.
and 1 success.
So I have doubled you. Okay, so I'm going to push you back to there, knock you down, follow you up.
Yep.
And you're currently going off for 1 turn unless you can make your armor check.
Okay, make my armor check. I need 5s.
You do.
And I got him.
Absolutely fine. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, I don't know. The orcs had an action, the goblins had an action. I mean, I could at this point try to pick up the ball and score. It's a crazy idea, I know, but it might just work. No, first thing I'm going to do, being sensible, is move this goblin here. No, this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to mark your guy, just to give you a little something to think about. I'm going to dash him once, actually, put him there. That's a slightly more inconvenient place for him to be.
He made it.
2 actions left. First one, this goblin's first action is to stay over here and pick up the ball.
Yep.
Now what I want is 2 successes, 2 4+s to get a free action.
And he got it.
So he now gets a free run or throw. He's going to use that run action to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dash once.
He makes it. Is he going to dash twice?
Well, he might have to. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he doesn't need to. He's okay. He's dashed once. He's happy. Last action with this goblin.
Yep.
Going for a 3-pointer. No, he can't because he's a jack. He can't move. Oh, no. No. So, in that case, on the previous action,
No, why can't he
rewinding.
move? Explain that.
Okay,
so why
that's the
can't
thing
he
that's
move?
worth explaining, isn't it?
Yeah.
With a throw action, a jack gets 1 hex of movement before he throws. A striker gets a full 5 hex move.
Right, okay.
And it's very easy in the heat at the moment to forget that you can do that. Or that you can't do that, rather. Incidentally, the slam action is the same. So with a slam, a jack can get 1 hex of movement, a guard gets a full 5.
Right, okay.
So, rewinding to the end of that last action, if you'll be so kind, I'll go for 1 more dash on that last one.
Okay, go ahead.
I need 2 successes now to put him into this hex right here.
Yep.
So 2 4+s. The odds are more or less with me, but my dice rolls hate me.
So what happens? He falls and he drops the ball.
It does indeed. So my goblin's going to fall down there, and the ball is going to go, with 1 being straightforward, that way. 1, 2, 3, and land just behind your jack.
Okay.
And that ends my go.
And that's the end of his go. Right. It all comes round to me again. So,
It does indeed.
let's see. What are we going to do? Well, the first thing we're going to do is spend an action to get him back up.
Yep, so it's a test he's got to make first.
So we'll do that test just on three.
Three dice. Now, I believe, I should know this, but I believe a striker gets a bonus dice for that one. Stand up. Yes, he gets an extra dice.
4 then.
But -1 for my orc and -1 for my goblin.
So 2 then.
So 2.
Right, so I need a 4+. Pretty please. Yes.
He's up now. That 6 could be important because if he gets a second success.
I got another 6. Another 6. Well,
He's up.
Yeah, he's up and he's got
and he gets a free action.
And he gets
anything
a free
but a
action.
sprint. Not a sprint, but anything else will do.
Right. Let's see. I'm going to run him.
Ooh, okay. So just a regular 5-hex run.
I think I'm just going to go for a regular 5-hex run. So, if I bring him this way...
So that'll be an evade test with -2 dice because you're dodging away from 2 players. So it would be 4 because he's a striker.
Yeah,
down
he's
to
down
2.
to 2.
Just need 1 success.
Yeah, he's got it.
He's good. So that's his first point of movement.
And then...
Second point of movement.
3,
But as
4.
he moves from here to here, it's another dodge to get away.
Another dodge,
evade to get away from the
another
orc.
evade, right? So
now this time, you're only evading away from 1. So 4 goes down to 3. But you do need 2 successes because it's your second evade in the same action. No! He hits the dirt.
So he falls.
Of course, you could spend a second action to stand him up.
Which I will do.
Good thinking.
So another action to stand him up. And this time he can do his run.
Well, it's another test to stand up first.
Oh,
Same
yeah,
as before.
of course.
So 4
so
dice.
4 dice.
And again, he's like on springs, this guy.
Yeah, and so
anything but a sprint.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There we go. Yep.
Pick up the ball. So that's a 4s.
Yep.
Yeah. 4 dice looking for 4s. Got him.
Success so far, possibly a second one. No, just the one. So that ends his turn. So he stood there with the ball.
Okay.
Looking fairly proud with himself, but...
Can a player take the ball from another player?
No, that's the thing, you can't.
And nor can I spend anything to get him to pass the ball either.
No. Now, in the full game, at this point, there might be cards you can spend which let you do that.
Yeah.
At this point, unfortunately, he is there going, no, my ball, you can't have it.
Right. Okay, then the
I'd recommend defense.
next action is going to be spent on this guy.
Cool.
So he gets up, but I'm going to have to take a test.
You will indeed, and there's an orc standing on your throat, so that's you lose 1 dice.
So what is he? He's 3 normally.
3 normally.
Down to 2.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, well, yeah.
Double 6s always work. Now that he's up, what do I do with him? I'm going to... Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you run away and then run back?
No, you can't. The rule is you have to have moved adjacent this turn.
All right. Okay. Because I really
You're wrestling off the ropes move and
need to start trying to put down some orcs. So,
because those orc blockers are quite scary.
yes. He's going to have a go at pushing that orc back, I think. I think that's really the best use of his time.
Cool.
Do I need to spend another action for that, or does that count as part of the action
When
where he
you
got
stood up, you doubled it, so you get a free action. So absolutely.
4. He hasn't moved, so he doesn't get 5.
No.
So he gets 4.
As do I.
Okay. And
Just the 1 for me.
and the 3 for me.
Oh, rising uppercut. Okay.
Yes.
So your guy spins around to face me. You've pushed me back to one of the hexes behind me. You always go to one of the 3 hexes away from the player.
It's going to be that one.
Yep. And then you can follow me up if you'd like to. Mm-hmm. And which means you just move into my hex.
What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to pay another action for him to attack that goblin.
Before you do that, I've got to make an armor check.
Okay, yep.
Because you've currently knocked me down. You've got 3 successes.
Yep.
I've got 1, so I'm currently out for 2. 3 dice for my armor check, plus 1 for being a guard. They've got big heavy armor. I need 4s. He's fine.
He's fine.
So your next action will be to hit that goblin.
Next action is to hit that goblin.
What did he ever do to you?
Well, we're about to find out. So he's in there. He gets 4 normally.
Yep.
+1 because he moved into that as well. So
now, responding to a slam in this situation, I've got the choice because I'm a jack. I can either hit you back with a slam back action or get out the way with a dodge. Now, goblins would slam back on 5+, not recommended, or dodge on 3s. So I'm dodging. I'm pirouetting aside.
So let's see what we can get. Give me some 6s, baby.
1, 2 so far.
So 1,
3 successes.
2, 3, 4. Right.
3 successes, 2 5s and a 6. Ironically, if I'd gone for a slam back, I would have got just the same result.
Yep.
So you've beaten me.
4 versus a 3, so what happens?
You've beaten me, but you haven't doubled me, which means you just pushed me backwards.
Okay, so he just goes back 1 space.
That's it, and turns to face the hex that he left. And that's it. With a slam, the minimum that will happen is the people will turn to face each other, which, like I did right at the start there, it could be used to open up areas, you know, distract players, that kind of thing.
So the question is, what do I do now? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to. Oh no, he can't do.
Can't do that. No. This is the thing with jacks. Jacks are really useful in that they're very adaptable, but they haven't got quite the same pizzazz.
I'm going to spend my last token just for a strategic move of moving him 1, 2 like that.
Get in the way of that orc, so you've got to move around you. Good thinking.
And that is the end of my turn. I move this guy down to 1, and we move that
turn
up.
5. You know, so the board, the rush counter is colour coded. So whenever it's on a white one, it's the home player's turn. Whenever it's on a red, it's the away player's turn. Okay, so the ball's over there. Got 2 guys out over there. Right. First thing we're going to do is stand this orc up. 3 dice test. He stands up, but does he get a free action? He does not get a free action, so he just stands up and looks menacing for a turn. So that's 1 action spent. Second action is this goblin standing up over here. 3 dice again.
And he fails.
He stands up. He's got a 3. He's got a speed of 3+. So he does stand up, but no free action. I was holding out for a free action. But I'm getting no love from the dice today. Ooh, which means a second action on the same goblin. For him to make a slam against your jack.
Right. Okay.
So a 1 hex move. 3 dice +1 for moving in. Now again, because I'm hitting you from behind, you can't hit me back. It's the sneaky goblin way. If you can hit them when they can't hit you back, it's sensible. So you just get your regular 3 dice.
Okay.
For a dodge attempt.
Right.
However, I've rolled not a single success.
And I've rolled an exploding 6. Yeah, I have 2.
Now, if you're dodging and you double my roll,
Yep.
you get a free 1 hex move wherever you'd like to go.
Oh.
Yeah. Without having to evade, you can just literally step aside.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
Straightforward.
Raise it up. Okay, it comes down to whether I think my orc can dodge. Not known for dodging.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do it. Action counter for this orc here.
Mm-hmm.
For a run action. Let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3, 4 to go to there.
Mm-hmm.
Needs 4 pluses.
Yep.
He makes it.
Yep.
5 to go to there.
Mm-hmm.
And a dash.
Yep.
No! He beautifully dodges aside and then falls over when he tries to push it.
That was my corporation guy just sticking the foot out and
That's your sniper in the crowd, you know? Last action, try to stand the orc up, get the free action and hit you. That's what I'm going to try to do at this point. So, standing up, losing 1 dice because your striker is distracting me. Halfway there, I've got a 6, so I need 1 more 4+.
Right.
Up with a free action. So his free action will be to hit you. Now, it's not going to be as effective because I'm not getting the bonus for moving in.
Yep.
So just 4 dice. Against your 4, because I'm assuming with your dodge, well, yeah, as a striker, you'll get an extra dice there. So 4 dice each. But I need 3s against his 4s. So hopefully, I can do that.
Okay. Okay. 2.
Against 2. All that happens is you turn and face me. Not what I was hoping for.
Right, and that is the end
That was a really, really rubbish turn.
your turn. So,
Over to you.
over to me. Now for some fun, gentlemen.
I feel it's an achievement that you haven't already scored 7 points. That's...
I'm getting kind of frustrated here, you know? It's like, oh, I want to be scoring some goals.
I should have won 3 times by now.
Right. Let's see how we're going to do this.
A little bit of forward planning goes a long way in DreadBall.
He's going to turn round and bash this guy.
Cheeky. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to pay the action.
Yep. It's a 1 step as part of the slam.
Yep.
Now, he's losing 1 dice because of the goblin.
Yep.
But I'm losing 1 dice because you're a striker.
Yep.
And, more importantly, I can't hit you back.
Yep.
So,
And, yes, correct.
so it's a dodge test.
So I'm 4 normally.
3 normally because you're only a jack.
Okay, so 3 normally. I would have went +1, but then I lose that one, so I'm on 3.
I'm 3 because I'm making a dodge attempt.
Yeah.
I'm losing 1 because there's that striker there, so I'm only getting 2 dice on 4s. Nothing at all.
And 5.
You've doubled me.
So I've doubled you.
Yep.
So he goes
Push
on
him back
his,
to wherever you'd like.
and I will
wherever.
push him
Within reason.
to here.
The other way it'd have to
There.
be, 'cause- yeah, that's it.
Okay, and he falls.
And I'm currently off for 1. If I don't make this armor roll, this is going to be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Getting pushed over by a jack for 1 point of down. No, he's fine. He's fine.
He's all right. Okay.
He's okay.
Right. That Jack did a good job there.
Yeah.
Right, now to run him. So
Absolutely.
I'm
See,
gonna
Jack supporting role, doing his little bit.
So let's do something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, would take me to there.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
But that'd be a second action. That'd be a sprint.
And could he not?
And you can't throw after a sprint. You might have to go for a throwing play. You could move your striker around,
Yep.
catch the ball. It'd be audacious and glorious.
Yes, let's do that then. Let's move him around.
Okay.
Okay.
You've got to dodge away from that goblin
So he's
first.
got to dodge the goblin.
So where's he going to move to?
He's going to move to here.
Cool.
Okay. So 4.
4 dice, -1 because you're dodging away from a goblin.
Yeah. So he's grand.
He's good. Yep.
He's done it.
So that's 1 point
So-
movement.
1,
3,
4, 5.
Yep.
Takes him to there.
Now, it's really important to make sure when you're setting up someone to catch the ball that he's facing the right way. It sounds really obvious, but if you're not facing the right way, you can't catch the ball. And I've seen a lot of players make that mistake and curse in frustration when they realise they've lost the chance to do it.
And now this guy, I'm going to run him. So I spend an action
Yep.
to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tell you what, I'll interrupt
5.
you there because you can actually do something a little bit cooler. You can run along here because the goblin's facing the other way. So these are not threatened.
Oh, they're not threatened?
No, because he's facing this way. So only these 3 hexes here are threatened.
Okay, so 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
A little bit closer.
So that gets me within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexes.
Not a bad throw. But do you want to go for a second action to not get the penalty for moving? So when you throw, if you've moved as part of the same action, you lose 1 dice. Also, when you're more than 3 hexes away, you lose dice as well.
Yeah.
So it's quite a long range throw. You'd be losing 1 for that, losing 1 for moving. So you'd be rolling 2 dice
Yeah.
if you're a striker. Is it worth it? Or is it worth spending a second action token to not have moved this action and get the extra, so the 3 dice?
Or do I want to keep my extra action
in case he doesn't,
whenever he's shooting?
Oh, DreadBall! Oh,
yeah.
DreadBall!
I'm gonna have, or I could use my coaching dice.
You could very well use your coaching dice. This is a good time to use your coaching dice. We've been really reserved with these. We've kind of kept them back.
We have kept them back, and I'm going to keep it back just a little bit longer.
Oh,
I'm going to go fortune.
The 2 dice.
Favors the brave. Give me a 4 up. Yes.
Just the 1. Okay, so the ball is sailing through the air. This guy here is now going to catch it. His chances of catching it very much depend on how good that throw was. So his dice pool, rather than being 3 dice, starts off as the number of successes from that roll.
Right.
So 1.
1.
He's a striker, so he adds 1 to that.
Yep.
2 dice. Now you could go for the coaching dice at this point. If he gets 1 success, he catches it. 2, he gets a free run or throw action.
I'm going to roll the coaching dice.
It's a good time.
So
It's a good time.
I think now is the time to throw that coaching dice at it. Oh.
Oh, suspense! Suspense!
Reroll. So.
No!
Oh.
So he's got 1 success, but good thing you rolled the blue dice there, because that's the one that's got the success on it.
So he did catch it, at least.
So.
Now I need to spend my actions on it.
You do indeed, yeah.
So I'm going to spend my action to move him.
Oh, I've left it wide open, haven't I? Oh, no!
1, 2, 3.
And stop for breath.
And then just stop for, take a moment for what is going to be.
Just check the cameras have got him beautifully. Because this is DreadBall. This is the corporate sponsored world of DreadBall.
Through the air. So at this stage then, I've used my coaching dice, it's gone. He rolls 4 dice.
Yep.
However, he loses 1 because it always lose 1 because it's a small target.
Strike zones are small targets, yep. You lose 1 for moving.
He loses 1 for moving.
And you lose 1 for being 4 hexes away.
I lose 1 for being 4 hexes away.
But you've got 1 action left.
Yes, so I could just stop.
End that action, start a new action.
Spend a new action, which means that he starts with 4 dice, and he loses 1 for being a small target.
And 1 for the range as well.
And 1 for the range.
So he goes down to 2 rather than 1.
So, I need
for the 4 points this is. Both successes, he
Both
does it.
Successes.
Surely at that point we can get an audio clip of a crowd going wild. Absolutely.
So there we go.
Going off.
So this counter moves 4 points in my direction. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Damn counter.
And he moves from there to there.
It's a good turn for you.
That worked rather well. I was pleased with that. So,
right then, first thing that happens in my turn. Notice there's no reset. We're carrying straight on with the game here.
Yep.
The ball launches in. So it flings along here at a full velocity.
Yep.
Now, normally rolling a 6, the ball bounces off in a variety of weird ways, which you can see yourselves in the rule books. In this case, though, my orc is in the way.
Yes.
Now, he's a guard. He cannot pick up the ball. So it will hit him and ricochet.
Okay.
So it's going to hit him, and it's going to scatter. That way is 1. And it's going straight forward. I'm using my coaching dice. That's a mistake. How far is it going to go? 3 hexes straight forward. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I can work with that, I think.
That's not good for me. That's not good for me. But
okay. First action. This orc is standing up. He is not happy. He's had enough. He needs to go and eat some humans. Or gradually stagger to his feet in a fairly nasty fashion. Whatever works, really.
So he scored, he got 1 success, so he doesn't get the free action.
Exactly. He just stands up and nothing else happens. So I'll spend a second action on him. I was hoping for the freebie there, and he's going to steamroller his way towards this jack over here, who is no doubt quaking in his boots at this point.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's strong. He's a ball breaker.
He is. He is. So 3 dice, 1 for being a guard, 1 for moving, so 5 dice in total.
And this guy just gets 3 dice.
Bog standard 3. So that's 3 successes.
And 3 failures.
Oh dear. Okay. So we'll put him back to there. I will not follow up. So I'm leaving a nice clear channel there, you see.
Okay.
But he is currently going off for 3 turns.
So he does an armor test on his full 3.
He does.
And he gets 1.
So he's off for 2.
He's off for 2.
He's been punched clean into the infirmary.
Right.
Okay, that's good. That's a good first step.
That's actually good for me too.
Oh, because it frees up space. 1 jack is gone, which means your 6 players can now include one of the guards or strikers who are right there.
Yes. So I'm not in the slightest disappointed by that.
I've got to make that worth it then. I've got to make it count. Okay. Well, when life gives you lemons.
Make lemonade.
No, stamp on a striker. So this guy's going to go and kill this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going for the kill.
Okay.
So 5 dice.
My striker's going to dodge, so he gets 4.
He does indeed. That's 4 successes.
1.
Possibly a roll up.
2.
Here come the 6s.
3.
Against my 4, so I've pushed you. I haven't hurt you. I was trying to really ruin your day, but that'll do. I'll follow you up. 2 actions left. The first action. This goblin's going to go pick up the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Notice the positive thinking. He's going to pick up the ball.
Yeah, he's not going to attempt it.
No, he's going to do it with a double, so that's a free action.
Okay.
Okay. The action's going to be a run action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
2 can play at the 4-pointer game. Last action.
Yep.
He would get 3.
He would get 3.
It's a small target.
Yep.
He's a long way away.
Yep.
Coaching dice comes in.
Yep.
It's a oh, not a 2-dice strike attempt. I can't do these. I've got a reputation for failing 2-dice strike attempts.
Well, I think you'll pass this one. Positive thinking.
I don't trust your positive thinking. It scares me. No!
And he fails. There we go.
Curse your positive thinking.
So,
okay, now, the ball is now going to rebound, okay?
yes.
So 1 is straight forward. It's going straight forward. How far does it go? 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back onto him. If he was a striker, or if I had any coaching dice left, I'd get a chance to pick it up and catch it.
Yep.
And try again.
But you
I'm
don't.
neither of those things.
So does it bounce off him, or does it just sit
It'll
on?
bounce off him again. So the reason that happens is because the catching rule is tied in with the throwing rules. Remember how the your dice pool is the number of successes on the throw roll?
Yeah.
In this case, there was no throw roll, so there are no successes. A striker always adds 1 dice, though, so he would get a chance to do it. And, of course, you can add coaching dice in.
Yeah.
In this case, though, poor little Goblin Jack just wasted it all, and nothing happens. So on a 1, it goes straight forward. No, a 5, so this way, towards my other Goblin Jack. And ends up there.
Thus is the end of your turn.
Is indeed. Turn number 8.
Right. Okay. Right. My turn. So, I'm going to start.
I think you should hold those 2 back in reserve, wait for the Jack to turn up again, and get him back on into the arena. I think he's your star player.
Yeah. So,
He might fall for it.
okay. Let's see how we do this. Going to move him out of the way.
Okay.
So spend an action. He's going to go 1 away, so he has to take a test.
Does indeed.
Is it 3?
-1 for
Because
dodging away. You always lose at least 1 dice for an evade test.
He does it?
Yep.
Not a problem. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can he? Oh no, he can't.
He can't make an
charge him.
attack. No, you can spend a second action to do it, but
No, he'll sit there.
okay.
No, he'll not. He'll sit there.
Okay.
Okay. That way he's got your goblin in check if it wants to do anything. I'm going to spend an action and bring on my striker
Yep.
to there.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what 10 straightforward. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 10 straightforward.
Interesting. I can't help foreseeing some kind of bad things about to happen to this goblin.
This guy here
I wonder what he's going to do.
is going to go into the back
Oh,
of him.
really?
Yes.
Okay. Well.
Okay. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, this is how you hurt orc guards. Is you hit them from behind while one of your friends is in front of him distracting him. He's getting 3 dice for a dodge, no slam back,
Yeah.
-1. A 2 dice, needing 4 plus 10.
So I get 4 normally,
Yep.
plus 1 that I moved. I don't get +1 because he's
No,
standing at
that's
the
where
front.
I'm losing the
You're
dice.
losing. Right,
So-
so.
1 success. More than 1
Okay.
success.
1, 2, 3, and I get to re-roll that one. 3.
So he's pushed. Oh, no, I got 1 against
Yeah.
your 3. Sorry, yeah, you've doubled me.
I've
So
doubled
he's
you.
pushed, knocked down, and there'll be an armor check.
So he's pushed to here
Yep.
and knocked down.
Will you follow him up or not?
No.
Okay. So you beat him by 2 points, so he's
Yep.
currently off for 2. He gets his 4 dice for his armor check.
Yep.
He's a guard. Ooh, hey. He's okay. He's fine.
okay. But that's enough for me. So, right. I'm going to move him to pick up this ball.
And my goblin's facing the wrong way. He's not even marking it.
So he's not even marking it.
He's not even aware. He's just looking dejected because he
2,
missed.
3. He rolls 4 to see if he picks up the ball, which he does.
With a free run or
with
throw
a
action.
free run or throw action. So, and he's going to run. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Here it comes.
This guy's going to come back a little bit.
Yep.
Or does he just do the throw? If he was doing a throw, James, how would it work?
So from there to there, well, for a start, he's facing the wrong way.
Yep.
So bad luck. He
can't do it anyway.
So you could spend action for him to turn around. The advantage of which would be that if he then catches it and makes an out of throw action, he doesn't have to move at all, so he's getting more dice. But for this guy to throw to him, he would lose 2 dice because he's 7 hexes away. So 1 to 3 hexes, you get no penalty. 4 to 6 is -2. 7 to 9 is minus.
The other way,
-1, -2 rather. Yeah. It's on your sheets. Look it up.
Yep. So one way or another,
you're going to find me. You're going to get me.
How do I do this? I have 2 actions left. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But the 3-pointer is a win.
Yes.
And wins are fun.
I can't see how I can do it though, James. How do with 2 actions? How do I make it? You know, because if I turn him and bring him back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And
so what we are, we're into deep DreadBall tactics. This is what we call the if and then and possibly section. Where if this guy turns around over here, comes over here, that's your one of your actions.
Yep.
And then this guy throws to him and succeeds.
That's the other
action. This catch doubles it. He gets a free action. He then gets to come back over here and make the attempt at a fairly harsh penalty.
Yeah.
But what have you got to lose? Because if that works, how cool will that be?
To win the game.
And that is what you'll find in your brain, this little tempting, nagging thing. Oh, but I could do such a cool thing if I roll all the 6s there are.
Will we do it? Yeah, let's do it.
Vote now.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Can we do like a YouTube, 2 things? Vote now.
Vote now.
If we get 1,000 likes.
Vote now in the comments. Was I mad or magnificent? Just put the word below, mad or magnificent.
Amazing.
We can count that. So, he turns around for free.
He does.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Yep. So it's an almost point-blank pass at this point.
Yeah, he'll be able to get back. He hasn't went so far that he can't get back, so he'll be able to get back. He then passes to him, which is, 4 dice?
It will be 4 dice, because he's a striker, so 4 dice.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, possibly 3. 2 successes.
2 successes.
So he gets 2 for his catching pool, plus 1 for being a striker, so 3 dice.
So 3 dice.
And you need 2 successes. You need 2 successes here.
Oh, yeah,
There's
I got
your 2.
him.
He's done it.
I've done it. So,
so
the ball.
Mad or Magnificent Part 2.
Yeah.
You now have the option of going for the difficult 4-point strike for glory.
Yep.
Or the regular 3-point strike for the win, but with a dash involved.
Yeah, I could do either, couldn't I?
You could.
So, let's see. He turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now, if you stay there, okay, 4 dice for being a striker, -1 for moving, -1 for making a strike, -1 for the range, so 1 dice.
Yep.
If you dash once, that's a 4 dice test, needing just 1 4+. You get to have 2 dice. Either way wins the game. This one possibly has more glory because it's a 4-pointer, which pushes you off the scale to a theoretical 8-point victory.
I'm going to dash.
Okay.
So I can do my 4 points for a dash, or my 4 dice for a dash. Because there's no point in being that, like, there's magnificent and then there is magnificent.
So you need to go 4 dice and just get 1 4+. I mean, it can't go wrong, can it?
Do you know, I'm just going to take the shot.
You're going to do it.
I'm just going to take the shot.
Oh my God!
I'm just going to take the shot. Oh!
He fails. Okay.
Right, okay, so there's the beauty of this game, guys.
Yep.
So I failed, it's going to bounce. So
now, it's not over because you're a striker. So if you get a 1, 2, 3, if you get a 4 at this point, No.
2. Okay.
It could have bounced back onto you. You could have caught it and gone for the rebound. That would have been insanely cool.
That would have been
Didn't
cool.
happen.
So
It's a 2.
It's 2, so it's
1, 2. This way, so it'll bounce and kind of ricochet off the wall in that direction. So roll the dice, see how far it goes.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Right, just next to you,
Okay.
temptingly close. And that's your go.
So he moves down 1,
He does indeed.
and I pick up my counters, and my go is...
I don't know what I can do here. Damn corporation. Okay. So my goblin's tied up there, but he could probably get away. This goblin here. Everyone's at the front. So I've done a classic orc mistake. I've gone aggressive and left everything in your half of the arena, apart from one lonely goblin. Right. Okay, first action. If in doubt, be decisive. First action.
Yep.
This orc's going to stand up. Which hex was he in? Was he in that one or that one?
I think he's... Is he in the one in front? He was, yeah.
You followed him up, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I lose a dice there. It's a 6 and a 1, so he's up. Without the free action, though.
Yep.
But that's something. He's marking your guard. Second one, for this orc to sprint. An orc sprinting is a picture in your head, isn't it? That's thunderous. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's facing that way, yep. Just can't get close enough to you. He's on him. Another action for that orc to hit that striker. 4 dice.
Yep.
You got a dodge, so you'll be on 4 dice as well.
On 4s, yeah. 4 dices. They're die.
No! Oh no, it's alright. I need 3s. Phew. 2 successes there.
Okay, 1, 2. 2.
2 against 2, so nothing. You just turn around and face me. And ask me what my problem is at this point.
What's your problem, orc?
Oh, sorry. Okay, 2 actions left. First one's going to be for this goblin trying to pick up this ball.
Yep.
At this point, feel free to comment with what I should have done at this point, because I need your help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 dice, needing at least 1 4. What I want is 2. I would like 2 of them. I've got 2. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dash once. Need 3s, yep. Dash twice. Need 2 3s.
Go on, do it again.
When the dice gods give you a roll like that, you stop where you are. Last action. He's going to make a pass. Stay where he is. So he's losing 1 for range. Other than that, it's a fairly standard dice roll.
Yep.
2 dice. Come on, 6s. A single 4. Not enough. So the ball is... Well, no, it is enough, actually, to be fair, because he still gets a chance to catch it. He has 1 dice. I want a 6, because I want to double this so he can turn around and score.
Yeah.
That's what I want at this point. What I want and what I get might be very different. He catches it and looks like a target for a bit.
He certainly is. Right, my go.
Yes, indeed. I've only got 2 more turns after this to pull it back, otherwise you're winning.
Okay, so let's see what we're going to do here. How do I take the ball off him?
Well, that actually hasn't come up yet. It's a steal action.
Yeah.
Okay, so a steal action is, if you check your sheet, you'll see it's a speed test. So
Yep.
it's 4+ for you either way.
4+ for me.
But your striker gets +1 for it. Okay.
Okay.
It effectively works like a slam in that I get the chance to either hit you back or dodge. And if you succeed, so if you beat my score, you knock the ball out my hands and it scatters. If you double me, you take it off me.
Right, well, we're going to try it with this striker here.
That's a good plan.
Okay, so he moves 1 away.
And then makes the evade check.
Now, his evade check would be 4s.
4 dice, -1. Yeah.
-1. So the fact that he's there doesn't help me at all.
No.
Okay. And nothing.
No, he falls over.
Okay, that's all right. Well, it's not all right, but it's... Can I pay for him to get back up again?
You certainly can. Second action, he can get up.
However,
what you're hoping for at this point is a doubled thing,
yeah,
so
like a free action.
It's your best chance because this guy's tied up here. This guy's far too far away. Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Can he do a sprint? Oh, yeah.
So he could do a run and then a steal. That should be separate actions.
He could do a sprint and then a steal, though, couldn't he?
He could, yeah. Yeah. But not as part of the same action. It'd be two separate actions.
Yeah. But then he couldn't do anything else.
That would be him done.
Yeah.
But does he need to do anything else? You know, he's a jack. He's currently covering strike zone 2.
We'll try this guy.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
All right. So he's going to try and move
1 to there. Okay, so that's
there.
a 3 dice check. Needing just the 1 success. Yep, he's fine. Second attempt, three dice again.
To move out of that.
Yep,
Yeah.
needing 2 successes now.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Right, he's going to do a steal, which is 4 dice.
Yep. Now I get 3 for my goblin. I'm going to slam you back. I'm going to try to hit you.
Okay.
Nothing at all. I should have dodged.
3.
You've stolen the ball.
Okay, so I have the ball.
Oh, cheeky.
Right. That was an action, obviously, I had to spend to do that. So, now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Run the
6,
gauntlet of the
7,
goblins
8,
there.
9, 10. Can he do a sprint and pass?
You can't. A sprint is
Can he do
all
a sprint?
you can do.
Right, okay. So
he's had his 1 action.
2, 3, 4,
In fact,
5.
No, he's only had 1 action, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's had 1 action.
Of course.
I'm going to pay to turn him around.
Yep. Okay, I see where this is going.
Okay.
Yeah. If this works, this is going to be impressive.
I'm going to pay. Right, an action.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
So before you do that, it's an evade to get away from the first goblin.
Sorry, yeah, an evade. So what's that? 3?
Yeah, 3 would be 4, but down to 3.
That's fine.
He's fine. Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Zip between the 2 goblins as they close each other. So now you're down to 4, 3, 2 dice. Needing 2 successes. No, come on.
Oh,
Nothing. They've grabbed him.
Okay.
He tumbles to the floor and he loses the ball.
So he tumbles.
Yep, and it'll be the one he was aiming for. And then you roll to see where that ball ends up.
So the ball.
1, 2, onto this goblin. It'll bounce off that goblin. So 1's this way. 1, 2, back onto your striker. It'll bounce off your striker. 1's this way. Onto this goblin. It bounces again. DreadBall. 1, 2, 3, this way. And roll to see how far it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can be hilarious. The ball can zip around like pinball occasionally.
No, because he's dropped the ball, is that the end of my turn?
That's
Or do I get right? Okay. Done. So.
Oh. Okay. My penultimate turn, unless sudden death occurs. When you get to the 14th rush, when that's over, if the score is at 0, sudden death occurs. At that point, the gate slams shut, so no more reserves can come in. The first person to score wins.
And he moves to there.
He does indeed. Right then. What on earth do I do? First thing I'll do is deal with this guy over here. So 1 action.
Yep.
To go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. Second action to go 1, 2 and hit you.
So that's your guard hitting my striker.
Is.
So he's going to do an evasion. So he uses 4.
Ooh.
So 1, 2, 2.
4. So I'm going to crunch him over to there. And I shall follow up and stand on that 4-point spot. Difference of 2, so you're currently off for 2 turns.
Yep.
Get your 3 dice on 5s. Try to stop that from happening. Off for 1 turn, but the 6 might explode. He's off for 1 turn.
Yep.
Okay, like it.
Okay.
1 action to get this goblin to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and attempt to pick it up. Beautifully.
Yep. With an extra action.
Absolutely. So...
And just to explain again, you get the extra actions whenever you roll 2 successes in those 3
to
dice.
pick up the ball or catch the ball. That's a free run or throw action. You also, if you get 2 successes when standing up, you get a free action that can be anything other than a sprint. And those really are key to victory, especially with a corporation team, because you've got the ability to roll lots of dice for your strikers, for example. You can get lots of free actions. I've got to score 4 points, really, at this point. So his free action's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and dash once. He's good. Action, turn this guy around. This is never going to work. Last action. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a 1 dice attempt. Or 2 dice at home.
And they're not strikers either.
They're not, are they? No. There is 1 goblin striker. He's an MVP. So it's like a named character.
Yeah.
And I would love him right now. That would be brilliant if I had that character. Okay, I'm going for a throw. But who do I throw to? So in my head, what's happening right now is I'm trying to work out the odds.
Yeah.
Throwing to him on 1 dice. He needs to double that, so I need to get a 4+ to give him a 1 dice chance of getting 2 successes. Not great.
Yep.
Or throw to him on 2 dice. He gets a chance to catch it. If he gets 2 successes, then he can throw again to this guy, who will then get a bigger chance of getting the 4-point score. I'm going to roll a dice for it. A 1 to 3, I'm throwing to this guy. 4 to 6, that guy. I'm going for the big throw.
You're going for the big throw.
So I need 2 successes on 1 dice.
Yep.
Easy. Well, that's a 3. That's no successes at all. So that's going to hit him and bounce off.
Right.
So 1 is straightforward. This way. 3. 1, 2, 3. Could it be that Jack's chance to shine? Could it be his moment to actually take an action in this game?
I think it is, and it's now my turn.
It is.
So. My striker.
At the end of your turn, when we're down.
He's still there.
Yep.
So.
This ball has moved.
Yep.
Each turn.
I'm going to get this striker up.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to do a test and see if he can stand up. 4 for him. 4 dice.
4 indeed.
Yeah.
Up, but not the free action.
But not a free action. That's okay.
It's like striker death zone over here. Strikers just die around these parts. Or fall over, then stand up and do good things.
I'm going to try and get this striker up.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah,
and he gets a free action. And his free action is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to
go for the dash. Go on.
So it's 4 for a dash.
4 indeed.
He makes it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
I think we'll just go for it now.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
at this point, you just got to score some points.
Yeah. So this guy here is going to turn around.
Oh my God! My time to shine.
1, 2.
Yep.
He rolls on 3 to try and pick it up.
Needing 4s.
He got
with a free action.
With a free action.
He has been waiting the whole game for this.
So he's picked it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Takes him to there.
Yep. Now that's going to be the end because he can't move and throw. So that's going to be the end of his action.
Yeah. So he's going to
second
spend another action.
Okay.
Just to throw.
So it's going to be a 2 dice attempt because he's a jack for 3, down to 2 because of the distance. Oh yes, it's a 6 and so just the 1. So he gets 1 dice plus 1 because he's a striker. Try to catch it.
Yeah.
But with no free action, so he's going to have to use that last action, which, to be fair,
that's
he's
okay. That's
perfectly
what it was
positioned to do.
there for. So he's got it. And with my last action, I'm going for a 2-pointer. 4 dice.
Yep.
-1.
For the distance and -1 for the tiny little target.
So on 2. And he gets it.
Makes it.
Ding, ding.
Okay, there we go. Your striker moves along.
And he moves into here.
So at this point, there is no way, short of being ridiculously fluky, that I can actually pull this back to a draw. Because I need to get 6 points in 1 turn, which as far as I'm aware, is not possible. I'm sure someone will correct me on this, but I don't think it's possible. Unless I could get a point somehow in your turn by catching the ball as it gets launched and being sneaky. Considering I've struggled to score at all, I can't see that happening. So I reckon at this point, well, we can see where the ball goes. I'm then just going to try to land on you.
Yep.
Heavily. So it hits my goblin. You can't catch it because I haven't got any coaching dice left.
Yep.
So 1 is straightforward. So it's going this way. And how far will it go? Oh, you cheeky sod.
So he gets a chance to catch it.
He gets a 1 dice chance to catch it. And if he doubles it, he gets to try to score again.
So 1 dice chance.
He just catches it. Okay.
All right, okay. I wanted a 6.
So you can score on the other player's turn. If he doubled it, if he got 6 and then another 1, that would have been a free action. He could have scored in my turn.
And that would have been the end
really
of the game.
impolite. So, well, the way I see it, your strikers have been a pain in my side the entire game. So it's now Operation
Kill
the strikers, yeah. So 1 action for this goblin to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. 1 action for this goblin over here to sprint. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 point of dashing to turn him. Oh, what was that? Yep, and 1 point of dashing to go forwards, which he makes. Third action for this
actually, to do that second dash, you need 2 successes, and he gets on 3s.
Yes,
okay,
indeed,
so 3 plus.
That's the way. This orc is going to spend an action to go 1, 2, 3, slam. So 5 dice for me.
Yep.
2 for you, I believe.
2.
2.
Ouch.
Would be 4. Down to 2 because of my 2 goblins. It's only 3 successes.
1 success.
So I've hurt you a bit.
Yes.
Let's put him there. I will follow up. You've lost by 2, so currently you're out for 2 points.
So I roll
3 dice for your armor check.
3 dice for the armor check. I need 5s.
He's fine. Absolutely fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
And the ball goes. That way's a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Onto my orc. Hits the orc. Scatters off the orc. So 1 is up that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Directly backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I think symbolically and actually the ball is out of the game as far as I'm concerned. This one to... Oh, I don't know. Hit this guard. No, that one actually to move this goblin in next to him. And then hit the guard with the orc. So 5 dice for me. And so you're a guard, so you'd get 4 dice to the hit normally. You lose 1 for the goblin. So
okay, yeah.
So I've got 4 successes. You've got your 3 dice to try to beat that.
Nothing.
So 4. He's off for 4. I'll put him down over here, and you get a 4 dice armor check because you're a guard.
4 dice armor check. I'll just reroll
1, 2.
So 1, 2, and I get the reroll 2.
So 2. He's off for 2. Well, that's something. Right. I've been putting you off the pitch a lot, but not enough. Not enough. And that's the end of my go.
Right.
Oh yeah, turn 14. Your last turn.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You could rest your laurels at this point and know you're going to win. But no, where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
You want to go for the last turn, landslide victory.
I want to try and get a... So I'm going to try and get him up first.
Okay. So he is in...
Well, actually, I'm going to move him first.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to sprint him.
Cool.
Okay. So I'll pay my action.
Yep.
So 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Uh-huh.
6,
Yep.
7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to pay a dash.
You can indeed. You can use a dash
I
to
could use
turn,
a dash,
yep.
yeah. To
turn on the spot with it.
So it's 4
Without
for the
twisting his
first
ankle.
dash. It's four dice for a
Absolutely,
dash.
yeah. You just need one success.
Got it.
Whew, only just, though. So he turns around.
Uh-huh. I then want to pay for him to get up.
Okay.
So he takes a test on...
Well, it will be 4 dice because he's a striker.
Yep.
He's in an Orc's tackle zone. He's not in the Goblin's tackle zone, thankfully. So just down to 3 dice.
Down to 3.
Happily with a free action.
Happily with a free action. And his free action is he's going to run.
Yep.
So he's going to go 1.
With an evade.
So he needs to take a test on 3 dice.
3, yes indeed, because he's a striker.
No problem.
That's it. Yep. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You could dash and get the ball, you know. You could do that.
Could he dash twice and then pick up the ball all as part of the one action?
Yeah.
Well, it's worth trying.
Absolutely.
Anyway, you know.
I mean, what have you got to lose, really, at this point?
Yeah, not a problem.
The first dash does it. Need 2 successes for the second one.
Yep.
He's in. Pick up the ball. You haven't sprinted, so you're not getting a -1, so it's still 4 dice.
Yep.
He does it, but possibly with a free action. No.
That's okay.
But you can see how the corporation can really chain together those free actions.
So I spend the next one to go 1, 2, 3.
And throw.
And throw and shoot.
Go for it.
Okay.
So that'll be 4 dice for being a striker, -1 for the target, -1 because you've moved, so 2 dice. Here it comes for the win. Oh, he misses and yet still wins. Well, congratulations, sir.
So, gents, there you have it. That's the first initial playthrough of DreadBall as part of the Beast of War DreadBall Academy. So, hopefully from that, you'll have picked up a bit about the teams. You'll know how the teams are. You'll know how the structure works. You'll know to go and download yourself this cheat sheet, okay, so as you can follow along. All the actions and stuff are on there. You'll have a definite idea of how the sequence works. You bring the ball in, you move, and then at the end, you move your guys down down from the injury zone, from 3 to 2 to 1, into the subs bench, and then you can bring them on. You'll have picked up a few little tips and tactics, like rushing a striker up and leaving him on the DreadBall marker, so as the ball comes in, he has a chance of catching it. You'll have seen the synergies where you're trying to get your guards to create openings that are wide enough for your guys to get through without them having to take tests. And knowing when to use strikers to pick up the ball and pass. You'll have seen how you have had to think so many moves ahead to know, well, actually, I want to go up here and score, but before that, I need to set up just in case I don't score and spend my actions wisely. You've got to think of your turn now, the opponent's turn, and your next turn. You're trying to do all 3 at once. So, hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned, more videos where we are going to play games with other teams. Do we try them? And we're going to look at particular special rules of the other teams, or this kind of the special abilities and the tactics and things like that of other teams. We'll then be introducing MVPs, everything. So stay tuned, enjoy the Academy, and get posting those awesome, awesome team names. Look forward to seeing it below. Thanks for watching, guys.